Hello, my name is Nicholas Grant. This is for CSC 230 Internet of Things, assignment 14.1, using API keys to obtain data. So this assignment effectively has us using APIs to gather data from the openweathermap.org. Yeah, just to grab weather data. Usually right now it's just the temperature and the humidity. So we need to grab. Project 1 is to show that information on the serial monitor. Project 2 is to show that information onto the M5 Core 2, and then Project 3 is to show Tempe, which is the one I'm using as a default option, and another city. So I chose the town I live in, so in Salina. So let's show this off as this is the video demonstration. So I'm going to explain the code. Mainly, I'll be honest, most of it comes from the assignment here on these images on the right side of the screen here. Most of it is just copy and paste, just redoing the inputting my own data, which is my own Wi-Fi and my API key. So as this is going, I'm going to upload it so we can see the how the code works. But any major changes I've had added, it was mainly serial monitor being printing new lines, as I did have some troubles with the HTTP request. So in the code, if you look in this setup in the HTTP GET right here in this assignment, they created a link. I created the string request, this URL that will grab the server name, the country code, the city, and the API key, put it into one giant URL that'll be used to make the URL to grab the information from. So as I said that the serial monitor this is done uploading, so let's take a look at it. So right now it shows off this information, the states. So the Wi-Fi status up here where it says Wi-Fi connected, that's just that. I can actually just quickly reset it. So let's just quickly reset it just so you can show. There you go, it's connecting to Wi-Fi. It says Wi-Fi connected. It gives me a local address that I've added right here to print that to get the weather data, just to let me know what's going on as I was having trouble earlier. There's that giant URL that it creates with there's the server, the data, the weather, the Tempe is the city I want to grab, the US is the code, this is the API key, Units Imperial. So it's creating the URL in that one. These are coordinates. These are just information data. As you can see, it feels like temperature, mid, max, stations, base, few clouds, and then it actually prints out what is needed: the temperature and the humidity, which is shown at the parset right here. So the temperature and humidity, double data, main, tempe. So that's where that information is, and that's where it's printed. So that's how it's printed and shown on the serial monitor. But everything else is kind of just small, like how can I say this? Customizable, I guess. Like for example, this like break line I added just to help me break the line, so when it creates a new one, I don't get lost. So I know that it's just redoing new information. So there's that. But yeah, this is the code that's effectively going to be copy and paste into the next one. So let me do that real quick. Let's go to project 2 as that's project 1's video demonstration. So project 2, I'll go over here. There we go. So this is project 2. Project 2's main goal is to show the information now on the screen. So as we do that, I'm going to upload the new data and show you the changes. So the main changes, of course, being in the setup, we're just starting the M5, begin, setting this text size, of course, and then in the get weather data section, where I have put the serial monitor input, the output, excuse me, the output. Oh yeah, I just added the M5 LSCD screen. So this is where they start to actually getting information onto the screen. That's kind of it. Those are the two major changes. Everything else is quite literally just the same thing. So there's that. So it's uploading right now, and there we go. So on screen there's Tempe US. Let me go to serial monitor real quick, and then I'll actually reset it so it makes it so we can see project 2. Okay, it's connecting to Wi-Fi. Just thinking. Okay, connected. There you go. So it's Wi-Fi. The the temperature I'm getting is 101.86 and 15%. So that is the temperature. That is project 2. That's the video demonstration. So let's move on to project 3. There you go. Project 3. Okay, cool. Just want to make sure I did that right. So this is Project 3. The major change in this one is adding an additional city and constructing a button press. So when I press one of these buttons, it will do that. So as it's uploading the new code, I'll show you off the new changes. So right off the gate, right here, I added Salina. So along with the string of cities, there's another name, of course. This is the town I'm choosing, Salina. Everything else is kind of the same thing, right? We're just keep going, and then the major change happens in the loop. So this is there's two, I say two, but three major changes, I guess. This M5 update just updates the button state, so it's just constantly updating to know what state it's in. This is the if button press, so it's taking the index from the cities, the string I made earlier, determining a value for them, and then determine the state of that value. If it's pressed, just switch to the other state by adding a +1 percentage of 2. So add 1 to the current status, with 2 being the max. And then this static unsign long, this is just a simple function that I just found on the internet that helps just kind of keep track. Not that I found on the internet, more like a way to do an automatic refresher. So every 10 seconds, it's just going to refresh the data, refresh the screen. So it's really nice just to have, and then just do a small delay just for the buttons. So the button can read the information. So it's just a little like buffer, really, for the buttons. So yeah, let's show off that information. So right now it is showing Tempe information as it's being recorded on the bottom left. So if I press, is it that one? Yes, okay, so it is that one. So right now it is Salina, but to show you why, I press this. So where am I pressing? There you go. There's Tempe. Press it again. There you go, Salina, and it changes. So you can press it, you can wait a little bit, and it says switching cities at the bottom. So it's pretty nice when I do that. So switching cities here, switching to Salina, I get the temperature, the humidity, and then there's Tempe's temperature, and then that temperature and that humidity. So that is Project 3. So I created the button, and it's able to switch. So other than that, these are the three projects. So thank you.